Thanks for the nice segue into document understanding and why it's a challenging topic. Yeah, so my team works on document understanding, and just to give a motivation of what the area is and why this is difficult, as Vlad and Vega were mentioning, documents and like understanding tables is surprisingly really challenging. And these are some motivating examples. Like for example, this table here, it has some cells that are merged, some cells that are empty, some columns have different type of structure. So understanding that is hard, and also understanding that is really, really important to actually be able to answer those questions, because if you just look at it as some text, then you can't answer like, well, what is, the average income in this year? Like you can't answer something like that. And then we have all sorts of weird layouts, or not weird, but like complex layouts, like different nested levels or lists where the order is really, really important. If you want to give the answer to the customer, like how do I do something, you can't just like take step 4 of it. You have to know that, oh, this was an ordered list, so I have to give all of the answers in together. And then we have, for example, these columns where the orders do not matter. Like you can mix and match. Yes. And yeah, so RAG mode, or information retrieval instead of document retrieval. Vlad was mentioning that this is, something that has been improving, that has been proven to improve search quality, and document understanding is an important part of it, where from the document that you have, you actually understand the right context that you want to give to the LLM, rather than just providing all of the 1,000 pages in there. We tried that. We tried different document understanding techniques and understanding the layout, and then like chunking the document differently to understand the performance boost. And some of the techniques really showed very promising results on customers that we have. And another area that we are working on is that we have some advanced customers where they are interested in doing their own RAG application, and like they want to build their own RAG architecture, meaning that they want to, for example, use Google for the standalone document understanding API, but they want to be able to experiment with different modes or different LLM models. And that's, I think, Nicolo was mentioning that part of the cloud, working in cloud, is that we don't want to lock the customers in. And that's part of it. You say, okay, we can get the API from Google to understand your documents, go deploy your model anywhere that you want, but this is the functionality that we provide standalone also. The work that we are doing is mostly focused on parsing the document, including the structural elements, titles, heading, and contents for all document types, PDF, HTML, anything, and then chunking them smartly into smaller segments that can be the context to the LLM. And then lastly, annotate them. So the annotating them is like saying that, for example, oh, this chunk, this is a summary of this chunk. Oh, I have a table, and then I'll annotate it with like 5 different, for example, SQL queries. Or if I have an image, I'll say, oh, this is an image of a apple garden with multiple apples in it. Example of layout detection here, as we're saying that, for example, this is really important especially for financial customers, where they have so many PDFs with really difficult tables to parse, and it is really important to parse them correctly. And then lists, as I was showing before, that it's really important for question answering, that you have to really understand that this is a list, and this is going to be helpful in this type of questions. Chunking. You have a document, and then you want to provide smaller snippets to the LLM. Now, how do you actually get the smaller snippets? One naive idea was that, okay, like you will break it with fixed size, but then that it has problems because, like, for example, the header would be further away from the actual paragraph. So you have to know that, okay, I want to smartly chunk this, where my paragraph comes with all of the relevant headers. Like maybe I'll summarize the chunk and then attach the summary to the chunk that is going to be embedded together with it. So being able to explore and experiment with different chunking techniques is also something that we do. And we also offer our customers, like we provide all of these options. Like, you know what, you actually, maybe your document will benefit from different options for chunking. So if you want, you can try out different and see which one performs better for your application. And annotation. different type of annotation that we are working on, like image annotation. If you have an image, you get the summary of it and then you attach it together. Table description, for example, or custom schema. For example, if you have like a knowledge graph entity extractor, and then you extract important knowledge graph entities, and then you also attach those to your chunks. And as a summary, so document understanding is not just document parsing, it is all of these works that will be built upon what was parsed from a document and what makes the document to actually be understood and perform well in a search application. And if you're interested in any of these things, then you will find the work that we are doing also exciting.